Good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. This is a simplified version of the emotions sheet that I had done previously with that character, which I called Adelina Eins. Now, this is really just using the rule of halves measuring technique. In my previous videos, you saw me use that technique when we recreated Stitch, and again, when we did that emotion sheet. It's very important to use references from the internet. So the first expression here is mad. Now, from the top of my head, I couldn't think of the appropriate expression, so I found those references I just showed you to show the mad face. But I adjusted it accordingly. If you notice, those references are very detailed, and I needed to make sure that I didn't use too many lines or add shadows, since my drawing is relatively simple compared to that. The second emotion that I'm drawing here is a neutral expression. This is going to be very important if we're using AI to create an animation for us. You do need that neutral expression. As far as I know, I'm relatively new to AI, and in the future that might be different, but do get that neutral expression. That happy expression you saw is just a curve of the lip for this character. This is a very serious character, so you have to make sure that your emotions are appropriate to your character. You can also go over the top, but make sure that you're more likely to use this reference. So if I was to draw a huge smile on this character, that's not really appropriate because he's never going to really be doing that. Now, I could just do it for fun, you know. This expression is shocked. And again, I needed to find the appropriate reference, so I looked up Zorro from One Piece. If you're not familiar with that character, he's also a very serious character. So I thought of a similar character and I looked for that expression. And what I found was what I just showed you, which is this kind of the eyes showing the emotion. And I think for a more serious character like this one, the eyes need to be more expressive than anything else. So we have mad, happy, shocked, a neutral expression. And finally, the final expression, which is sad. Yeah, again, the eyes have to do the work here. And at the end of the day, I wasn't too satisfied with this one. But I could rework it. And the whole point is, at some point, I may need this as a reference. So what you're doing here, again, is just you're really creating a reference sheet for you to go back to whenever you draw this character again. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys do with this. And that wraps up this video. I'll see you in class. And remember, you need to freshen up on the rule of halves measuring technique. Bye, guys. Right here to wrap it up, I just inked it and I added some shadows. If you're interested in adding shadows right below the nose, right below the bottom lip, right below the neck, and in the ears, those are pretty safe places to put shadows. And you could just hatch. All right. See you in class, guys. Have a great day.